Okay, so this is going to be my response as well as a story time. Depression and anxiety is a really touchy subject. It can be really difficult to deal with for most people. I agree so much about going to therapy. I know I have found so much healing and revelation in therapy. Also, coping mechanisms and strategies. Okay, so now for the story time. So, I spent a lot of my life being depressed and anxious and not even realizing that I was. And because of that, I ended up doing a lot of things and getting into a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have. I ended up, coping with addiction and trying to disassociate from my life. Escape was a really big one for me. In 2012 to 2014, I ended up giving my life to God, and that radically changed me. You know, giving your life to Jesus does a lot, but it does not always heal your depression and anxiety. I personally know many people who are Christians and they still battle with depression and anxiety. And I think that there's enough biblical evidence to show that even people who followed after God's own heart battled with depression and anxiety. So, one of the things as a Christian that I do now is reading my Bible is a really good one because once you get it in there, you can preach to yourself the truth in times of feeling depressed and anxious. But there's also herbs that I have found that really help. There are things that God has made in His creation that help with our chemical imbalances that we now have in modern society. And I also believe that removing a lot of toxic materials from our lives helps with this as well because hormonal imbalance is a really big thing. And gut health is also a really big thing. Last year, I went through a really, really hard year. The entire year was one of the most difficult years of my entire life. I went through so many seasons in that year of depression. And what I love the most about my relationship with God is that He doesn't, it's not just like a genie where you wish for your depression to go away. He's a God who will sit with you in your grief and in your sadness, and He won't allow you to do it alone. He also gives us hope that there's going to be a respite, there's going to be seasons of trials, and just to stay diligent in listening to Him and being obedient and following the plan that He had for us.